Nobody really knows where the first XRP ETF will go live, and the International Monetary Fund and the Federal Reserve might offer their 2 cents on the subject. Hello, my name is Monica Long, and I'm here today to provide some news about the XRP system. We shall take a look at a number of new international Medicico relationships and collaborations. Due to the impending introduction of ETFs, this week is going to be monumental. There is a deluge of interesting news around the recent debut in the U.S. Give it a thumbs up and spread the word if you think it will help. We may skip to the meat of the matter now. As digital currencies continue to rise in popularity, I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. A critical crossroads has opened up in the monetary system. There have been some retractions of assertions made about stablecoins by the Federal Reserve, the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency, and the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation. For some, the adoption of stablecoins, as advocated for by Genius and Stable Acts, would be a giant leap forward in returning to the free banking system that existed before the Federal Reserve and other central banks came into being. Do you have any opinions about this? Much obliged. You can either ask me another question or take me off the platform, since this one is about digital currency issued by central banks. Answer is no. No, I'm a husband. They're not central bankers. Those in charge of managing large sums of money at central banks should stay out of retail. That decision was taken by both the legislative and executive branches. Although the creation of a stable coin tied to the US dollar or a digital currency issued by the central bank is within their authority, I would rather they not get involved. Overly complex. If it's a retail offer, people are already worried that the Federal Reserve will act as a fiscal policy appeals court during the next crisis if they ask the Appropriations Committee for money and are rejected. Since 300 million Americans already have a hard enough time keeping track of all their bills, I don't see any need for them to have accounts at the Federal Reserve. Then lawmakers in Washington, D.C. ask, why do you just top off those accounts? The notion is being misunderstood by many in the cryptocurrency community. The innovation is in the software. The idea of secrecy, which is similar to money, is where the word crypto comes from. In the end, it has to do with computer code. It is encouraging to see the legislative arm of our government, Congress, pushing for a stable coin. That is not the place for the Federal Reserve to be. We should have been a part of the wholesale funding scheme from the start. How does a transfer of funds from one bank to another work? The question is, what happens when the government steps in to influence market prices? There is room for major improvement in the security, efficiency, and speed of financial systems. The best course of action is definitely to take use of new technology. This shift can be handled by the central bank, with other leaders taking care of the details. There has been a noticeable shift toward a more conciliatory tone and approach when it comes to digital currency issued by central banks. At the present time, he has voiced adverse views on retail CBDCs and the opening of private bank accounts at the Federal Reserve. His claims make sense, especially when put in the context of a situation like the lockdowns of 2020, when it was essential to inject funds into the market to encourage recovery. He is concerned that this strategy would cause inflationary pressures. I want to stress that we are becoming more and more aware of the importance of Bitcoin in our everyday economy, even though there is a plethora of helpful information available. There will have a huge effect in the next years as more people use and interact with this medium. This Monocon clip will now be played, and we will celebrate our longstanding partnership. Since financial institutions like banks are unlikely to integrate blockchain technology directly, our product serves as a mediator between the two. Consequently, what exactly is infrastructure? Some of the components that make up this transitional mechanism are the shift from using physical cash in the real world to using digital asset currency. Institutions can get the necessary services they need, from handoff ramps, which include safekeeping for stable coins and tokenization of assets. The three people responsible for creating the XRP ledger also started the business. We have long pushed for the development of use cases that make the most of XRP's efficiency. As stated on this paper, the system is relevant to the use of these services by financial institutions. The stablecoin mechanism on Ripple is making great strides, as you might have heard, particularly among growth-oriented financial institutions and businesses that handle digital assets. It will be fascinating to see which banks choose to use Ripple's services. Just look at MicroStrategy, a financial organization jumping on the Bitcoin bandwagon. Bitcoin is owned by Tesla and a number of other firms. The timetable for these projects has been considerably pushed back owing to rising tensions in the US, but multiple banks have nonetheless tried to hold digital assets. It doesn't stop many companies from getting ready for what's to come. In my opinion, these businesses are the wave of the future, so don't miss out on this chance to help shape the next financial system. I am quite happy to be working with Apex Exchange, a US-based cryptocurrency exchange that was founded in 2017 and does not require any Know Your Customer KYC requirement. Their decentralized exchange has enabled trades worth over $62,700,000,000 0 cents and generated nearly $90 million 0 cents in income, proving their extraordinary capabilities. An additional 17.42 million people are still curious. If you want to be the kind of outstanding salesperson you always dreamed of being, the user interface will put a wealth of information at your fingertips. Set off on the path of decentralized trading, where you can trade any asset with little costs and across numerous chains. You can exchange a wide variety of commodities for high-value cryptocurrencies, unique meme coins, or alternative AI agents. The best way to make the most money is to put money into the people who made them. 0.001 Sears, 0.005. Think about this. Your 24-hour capacity is another extraordinary quality of you, $355 million. For the past few weeks, I've been working with Apex Exchange to bring you a cash deposit bonus of up to $30 0 cents. Financial rewards and incentives consistently. Apex's supplementary services are top-notch. You can start earning as soon as you sign up and make a deposit. Like I am doing, you can also recommend this to your friends. You can buy XRP in two ways, spot and future. I think it's one of the